Marco in New York writes, I understand that analog has limitations compared to digital. It has to be equalized on the cutting and the playback, has to be compressed to prevent the needle to jump out of the groove, and usually has some residual groove noise when played. Yet, so many people love the sound of analog. Vinyl is what he's referring to, of course. So why not make a plug-in for digital recording to emulate all these imperfections that people seem to love? I think the Weiss DAC has a vinyl emulating setting. And then if digital sounded exactly like analog, wouldn't everybody be satisfied? No, I don't think so. You know, it's like saying that you love a certain flavor, or that you really love the way this certain thing feels or tastes. And that's not a reason to make everything feel or taste like that. It's a thing. It's something that is unique. I think a portion of vinyl enjoyment is the process of putting the needle down. I know it's what I like about it. When I play a vinyl record, just the whole thing of taking it out of the sleeve, of putting it onto the turntable, of placing the needle down, of closing my eyes, listening to the scrape of the needle, and then the difference in sound quality, even on something that I have recorded at Octave Records. There's a sound to vinyl, which makes sense. It's an entirely mechanical, or electromechanical is probably more appropriate, process that has a sound to it. Modern digital, especially DSD, especially things that we are doing at Octave Records, less and less have a sound to it. That is without flavor. That is pure, natural. It didn't used to be like that. Forever, digital sounded digital. A little bit hard, stilted. I don't want to say harsh, but certainly sometimes you're like, oh, God. Especially on big, loud dynamics. They really struggled with that. But today, with DSD and the things that we're doing with DACs and preamps and all of this stuff, digital is so remarkably close to the sound of exactly live music, just how it was. I mean, at Octave Records, I can walk into the studio and hear the live sound. I can walk back into the studio 30 seconds later and listen on the speakers and go, dang, there's no difference. And if there is, it's so tiny as to not be relevant. So we know that digital in its current form, if it's done right, really doesn't have a sound to it. And that's kind of what's important to me. I love the sound of vinyl, analog, but it does have a sound to it. And that's great. But let's not confuse the two by taking all the work we've done with digital to not have a sound and throw it back in and get that sound. It's just, get yourself a Weiss if that's what it takes. That's just not something I'm going to be interested in doing. So hope that helps. All right. Bye.